Shalom, coming to you in the name of Yahweh, Hashem, Messiah, Hashem, Makar, Kudash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone. Salute to the Akim out there that continue to push the word in truth and in sincerity. It's the brother Rama Shema here with this quick video, and I watched the Apostle Kubar's video about the law of separation and a woman on her menstruation, and gave me inspiration to do this video. Once again, taken from the same chapter which speaks about the menstruation of a woman, but in this aspect is talking about intercourse and laying with a woman and being unclean. Because here we are as Israelites, you got Israelite groups that emphasize the law, the law, the law. There's nothing wrong with pushing the law, but you've got to balance it out with your house share and faith and the measure of grace we've been given. Because if you solely go by the law, you are by default going to lose. You will not win and you will be lost. Okay, it's impossible to keep the law. That's how the scripture says in Judges 5:11, we rehearse the righteous acts in the places of drawing water, which is our captivity. Because under our captivity we cannot keep the law to its perfection. Okay, so that's that. But just another reason as to why you can't have women around in the camp, women all involved in the ministry and stuff like that, because for the most part women are unclean, man. And also there's certain acts that men go through that defiles a man to be unclean. Now, is it a sin to be unclean? No. Okay, because then that would mean having sex is a sin, and that's not so. So don't misunderstand being unclean with a sin. But there's certain things you can't do in a state of uncleanness, man. I know Esau talking about until the scientific age there was no such thing as hygiene and la-di-da-di-da, and through science we brought about hygiene and ablution and washing. Shut up, man. Okay, this goes back to day dot, man, in the scriptures. Okay, so in this video, like I said, I got inspiration from Apostle Kubar when he did his video the other day on the menstruation cycle of a woman. This is in the same chapter, a few verses down, talking about the regulations of sexual intercourse. So Leviticus chapter 15 and from verse 16, and it says, if any man's seed of copulation go out from him, then he shall wash all his flesh in water and be unclean until the evening. Okay, because yeah, man, when you copulate, when the seed comes out from your loins, okay, you're now in a state of uncleanness, man. Then he shall wash all the flesh in water, and be unclean until evening. Now, I don't know how to work the blue letter on my phone, but when I did it on the computer, when you get into that word wash, it's rachas, okay, and pretty much that means to wash the whole body or the entirety of a thing. So when you copulate, right, you gotta wash your whole body, man. Okay, and that the water you're meant to use is running water, man. Okay, them so-called Jews get tevila, or it's got to be connected to a spring. Yeah, they get it from us, man, because flowing water is what purifies, man. When water's gathered up, it's stagnant, man. So you need flowing water, man, and that's also in the scriptures, to wash with flowing water, man. All his flesh in water and be unclean until the evening. Okay, because at the evening is the end of one day, the beginning of the next. So when the sun goes down, that's when you're made clean. And every garment of every skin wherein is the seed of copulation shall be washed with water and be unclean until the evening. Alright, now, sorry to get graphic, man, but this is to show you that Israelites have no regard for the law, man. We've fully been discontinued from our heritage, right? I'm talking going back 5, 6, 8, 9, 10 years ago, man. Jake is nasty, man. Alright, when you hang around niggas, right, they'll bring 3 girls to one person's yard, alright, and they'll each take turns whacking out if it's not the same girl, whacking out a different girl in one brethren's bedroom, man. That's fucked, man. How you going? First of all, the woman juice is all over the bed. Okay, you probably copulate on the bed or wherever the case may be, and Jake going in one after the other, whacking out these hoes, man, in one brother's bed. That's just some nastiness, man. Okay, and that's just an example to show that Israelites don't know jack shit about their heritage, man. Okay, because if the copulation of seed go upon any skin or anything, it must be washed with water and be unclean until the evening. Jake don't do that, man. The woman also whom man shall lie with seed of copulation, so she take on the seed of the man. They are sick. They shall both bathe themselves in water. Okay, the word wash or bathe goes back to the Hebrew word rakaz, which means to immerse fully, or to fully, the whole thing become washed, man, and be unclean until the evening. Okay, and then it goes on from verse 19 to talk about the woman's menstruation. But just on that whole intercourse thing, man, that's another law, man. Because anything that gets, if you're unclean, right, you can't deal with the oracles of the Most High, man. Okay, in the ancient world, if you were unclean, you couldn't handle the Torah, you couldn't handle the menorah, you couldn't handle anything, man, because you would be unclean, man. And if anything got the seed of copulation on it, then that thing had to be washed and be unclean, man. Even if it's in the scriptures, if a man is unclean and he spit on another man, that man also has to wash his whole body and clothes, man, because he'll be unclean. Okay, so the scriptures give us sanitary laws, man. Hygiene laws, man. And even in today's day and age, right, brothers really shouldn't be going to the camp, man, in an unclean state, man. Because when you go to the camp, that's a living sacrifice. You're offering an offering unto the Lord, man. Okay, so how can you offer an offering unto the Lord in an unclean state? Because the scriptures clearly say, right, that for Aaron and his sons, the priests, they had to wash before, when they went in to serve, and when they came out from service, they had to wash their whole body, man. And that was in the service of the Lord. So we are now the priests, man. It's in the scriptures that the priesthood is open to the rest of the nation. So as the priests, man, how can we go into the service of the Lord in an unclean state, man? And it's these kind of laws that people disregard. People say, nah, you ain't got. Hey, listen, man, the Lord is a consuming fire, man. Don't let the Lord strike you dead, make you have a heart attack. Alright? Or just send an angel to you. You see the angel and you die, man. Right? Because the Lord is a consuming fire, man. The Lord's not to be played with, man. You can't come up in the presence of the Lord or serve unto the Lord in an unclean state, man. The scripture says, this shall be your wisdom among the nations. Them nations are dirty, man. We're not a dirty people, man. And like I said, it's not a problem to be unclean. It's not a sin to be unclean. But then there's action you have to take, to be clean again, man. And it talks about offering a sacrifice. If you read on for the uncleanness, we ain't got to do that, because Yahweh Shai is the sacrifice, the sin sacrifice for all, man. But just wanted to get into that, man. Because you know how Jake is, man. Jake be burning and shit, and then they sort themselves out, and then let me do some of the work, man. You gotta make sure, man, you're alright, man. I remember I was watching the brothers in Baltimore, man. Apostle Rakar was there, a couple of the other elders and stuff, man, and they were getting into how some guys back in the day, they would go to the bathroom at camp, right, to get off and then come back. That's nasty, man. You're now unclean. How can you be amongst the brethren? Hey, they asked David, man, where was David, right? And he didn't appear at meat. He didn't appear at the table. Why? Because he was in a state of uncleanness, man. He's unclean. and he had to wait for his cleansing, man, at the evening, you know. So, man, that's a demon, man. That sexual demon come over you. You gotta know how to control yourself, man. Alright? Because it's not just about, alright, satisfying myself, or, you know, I'ma just get some bucks, I'ma have some sex and I can do the work. Hey, man, you've now put yourself in a situation where you've now got to become clean again, man. As Apostle Bar was bringing it out, man, in his video, women don't keep the law of separation, you know. So we gotta do our best, man, you know, because we can't be dishing it out and then not doing it ourselves, man. But hey, it's just a quick video on that, man. You know, it's a part of our law, it's a part of our wisdom. You know, we gotta rehearse the right to sex. Anyways, with that, I'm gonna say shalom.